we go. There we go. There we go.
Holy crap, it's a shad. I mean, that followed up bigger than Disney squad on here.
Oh, got me another.
So, I get over here on that point. That wind's blowing right on that point, too. Perfect.
I got 3 now.
If these shads like this over here at this point, oh my God.
Ooh, this little fish cold. Good God, they cold. Got him. Oh. Oh, yeah, he's still on there. Alright, I'm gonna get off here and work on my video. I ain't even talked about it yet, and I got 4 or 5 in the box. I'll holler back a little bit. Easy, buddy. Alright guys, I'm sitting out here late winter doing a little pan fishing. I thought it was time to catch some brim and bluegill for supper, and I think I actually picked probably the worst day you could pick to come out here and target these little fellas. I've got 4 or 5 in the box already. I wasn't 100% sure that I was even gonna catch enough to make a video with or to talk about. This water is super cold. Well, not super cold, it's in the 50s, but it is super muddy, and that is not really good for brim fishing. At least it's not been for me. You can catch them, but it's not going to be a fast and furious trip like so many brim fishing trips are, especially during the spawn. But this time last year I got out, and several times last winter I got out and caught some brim and bluegill in the winter when it was cold. I do that every year. It's something I like to do, but usually the water is clear and clean and they can see my bait. This is super muddy. It literally looks like a cardboard box. So I'm using my electronics to find an area that's got fish. I've kind of located the fish. About 15-16 feet deep is where my fish are. They're around some brush, low brush is what I'm finding, you know, kind of close to the bottom. Let me get this bait up here real quick and I'll show you. I'm fishing a drop shot type technique. You guys have seen me do this before, and this is about 14 inches from my weight up to my hook. And what I'm doing is I'm getting this down on the bottom. I'm just about almost fishing vertically. I'm pitching it out, and once it gets down there to the bottom and rest, I am pulling that bait up off the bottom and I'm shaking it. Normally I just let it off the side or pitch it out and let it be wherever, there's one, be wherever it's at. But this muddy water, I'm having to shake it in order for these fish to find it. It's so dirty, even though they can smell it, I've got to get the fish to the bait. And Oh, easy with them little fins. There we go. I don't know how many I've got now. I finally got on a group of fish. I caught a fish out of one pocket earlier and moved. Not really big, but he'll make a mouthful, and I'm gonna probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 6. So you guys hang out with me. If I get a big one, I'm gonna make sure I show him to you. So far I hadn't got a really big one, but I'm on some fish. Can catch them in the winter, even in the muddy water. And hang out with me. We're gonna get us another one. Easy. Right, guys. He ain't no monster, but he'll do for supper. It is so cool to come out here in the middle of winter. A really late winter, I guess, even though some of Alabama's coldest weather is still to come, probably. But to get out here when the water is cold and muddy and still be able to find these fish and take home enough for supper, that's a pretty good deal. Of course, you can see I'm using live bait, using red worms. Oh, I had a bite while I was talking. I just dropped it down. Now, I've been having to shake this thing. I mentioned that before. I've been having, in this muddy water, I've been having to really shake to draw these fish to where my bait is at. Normally, that's not something I have to do no matter what time of the year, but muddy water, whole different ball game. They've got to find the bait before they can eat the bait. So that's a tip that'll go a long way. It's really kept me getting bites today. I don't know how many I've got in there. I've got 7 or 8 in there, I think, but haven't got on the really big ones yet. I mean, this lake's got some super good brim, bluegill, even some crappie in here. These are kind of small, so I'm probably gonna have to, I think I'm gonna try to get one more, and I'm gonna go find another spot. It tends to be the same size fish grouped up a lot. You go to catch it one size in one spot, and they'll stay that size a lot of times. And so I want to try to get a few bigger ones. I hate to leave fish biting when the conditions are so tough and it's so hard, but I really want to. Still got some daylight, so I got some time to run around, and if I have to, I can come back here and catch a couple more. But I got a couple more pockets I want to try as well. Possibly get a bigger fish. These fish have been around brush, like I said. I think I said before, around 15, 16 feet deep. I am seeing fish on the down scan. I'm not seeing them constant, but while I'm just sitting here drifting around, I've got my anchor out, I am seeing them come across. And as I drift across, I see some of this little brush on the bottom that I'm fishing around, and I know that's what they're tucked up to in this muddy water. Excuse me. But hey, there's more fish out here. I want to go look for a bigger school, bigger size, and maybe bigger numbers. I don't know. These are fairly regular bites now, but I just don't have the confidence in this particular school that I'm going to get a big one. I'd like a pound and a half one to come out of here. There's some in here. I haven't got a hold of one today, so fingers crossed. We're gonna try to maybe pull one more out of here, and then I'm gonna up anchor and head somewhere else and try to put some in the boat. Maybe get on some bigger ones, who knows. So far, I got some for supper, so we're good to go. Bigger would be better. Where are you going? Oh, buddy. Get up here, Junior. Look at this, guys. That's what I wanted. Oh, easy with them little fins. That's what you want for supper right there. That's what I'm talking about. 17 feet deep. So maybe I've been a little bit shallow. One more look in the box. There we go. Man, that water's cold. Alright. I'm about to move. I said I was going to go try a new spot, but I've still got bait. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this bait off right here. And unless I catch another good size one like that, I'm about to head and try a new spot. But sometimes that fish hit a little harder than those other ones. So I'm going to give him another chance and see if he's hanging with some friends that size. I actually drifted him around and got a little bit deeper. And he flopped under the boat. He actually ran out under my boat before I could get him, realized he was out there. Pretty cool. But once I use this worm up, unless I get another one of those big hand size ones, if I get another small one, I'm gonna bail out of here, head across and try the other side of the lake for a little while. A lot of fish showing out there.
A lot of fish are going on. A lot of water fish.
Yeah.
What about you? Is it good?
Catching brim.
Bream?
Yeah. I got about 8 or 9. Alright guys, I bailed out of that other spot. Now I'm back in another pocket. Not real bad far off the bank, but I'm back in the same depth range I was. I set up I'm showing 16 feet. But I'm in the wind now, so I don't know how long this isn't going to be as comfortable a spot. Man, I thought I had a bite. I thought I had a bite already. Just got it in the water. So I may not hang in this spot as long as I did the other one, due to the fact that the wind's coming around and hitting me right in the face. So I may not like this one as well. It may have a bunch of fish, who knows? But I'm gonna try it for a little while. And I saw some fish coming in here. I saw some that I thought was bass, but I'm not set up for bass today, brim only. I made myself bring one rod and set it up for brim, or otherwise I would be too distracted trying to catch bass. I have seen shad and bass all over the place today in this muddy water, but my goal is brim, bluegill, so that's what we're after. We've got some in the box for supper, so we're gonna try to put a few more. But I may not can hang in this one windy area. Fingers crossed. Let's see if we can pull one out. If not, we'll go find a more comfortable place. go. Easy, man, he is wild. Easy, buddy, easy. And cold. Little fins stick in my hands. Man, they can stick you. Alright guys, the new spot paid off. I wasn't sure I was gonna get a bite over here. I have doodled around all over around my boat and had some trouble getting a bite. Turns out they're right underneath me. So we're gonna drop it back down. Still got enough worm on there to catch another one. We're just gonna put it straight back down. It's trying to rain on me. I got rained on the last fishing trip and I about froze to death. It's supposed to be warm today, and it oh, there's a bite already. Got him. Oh, that's a better one. Well, I thought he was. He was down deep. There he is. We have found us a new little honey hole. Easy. Same worm. Still got my worm. I might get 3 fish on that worm. Let's get him in the box. Oh, don't need my worm in the box. Get him all straightened back out here. And well, the rain's quit. Looks like the sun might actually pop out just for a second. This Alabama has some of the craziest weather on the planet, I think. I'm dropping it straight back down. I don't see anything underneath me. I'm on down scan. It just looks like where I'm at now. As I move around, I'll see different things. There's some little brush down there where I first anchored out. I know that's what these little fish are around. I've got it just off the bottom. I've not changed my depth since I started. I'm about 12 to 14, well, probably about 14 inches off the bottom is where I'm keeping my bait. If that, guys, helps you, if any of you are going brim fishing in the next week or so, they're pretty close to the bottom, the ones that I'm catching. The water is 54 degrees up in this pocket and it is muddy. So if you can get around some brush, an old lay down in the right depth, you probably can get bit. I know a lot of our bait stores are already getting crickets in. These brim will tear a cricket plumb up. And these worms, they've always been my favorite. The little red worms are either artificials, but some people swear by crickets, and I know that brim will just slam them. I have more trouble getting them and hopping out of the boat than I do anything, so I tend to have always used worms. Worms don't hop out of the boat, but they're messier. A little give and take there. I've drifted off my little spot. I'm showing 17 feet deep. When I get swung back around where I was at over my little brush, it was 16 feet. Actually 15 and a half to 16, so I'm gonna slide it over just a little. I may have missed the spot. There comes the sun. Man, I wish that sun had come out. It was so warm when I started today. It's supposed to get up to almost 70, which is great for fishing, but it's terrible on our weather later on tonight. We're supposed to have some really bad storms. Pray that doesn't happen and everybody stays safe. Anyway, I'm gonna jump back off here. I'm gonna fish 2 or 3 more spots today, I think, unless I get rain though. I got a couple of spots I want to fish, so I'm gonna fish this one another worm or two, and then I'm gonna head on down. I'll let you know how it goes, and hang out with me. We're putting them in the boat today, boys. Easy. Easy, easy. Man, they're gold. These are some gold fish. Here we go. Winter time. Most people don't fish for brim during the winter. They like to fish, about 90% of them fish during the spawn, when it's like taking them out of the bathtub. When they're on bed, you just throw in there, you're gonna catch them. Finding them in the winter, that's a challenge. That makes it fun for me. It's putting a puzzle together. I figured out I can sit in about 15, 16 feet of water, and I need a little brush or a end of a big lay down tree coming in the water that's at 15, 13, 14, 15 feet deep. That's where they're at right now. You can do that probably on this whole end of the lake. Now on the upper end of the lake, water temperature may be different. They may be at a different depth. If that's the case, then I would need to find the right depth and find the structure they're holding on at that depth. Down on this end, the deep end, 15, 16 feet. That's money right now. Filling my little box up. I think I'm gonna head on out of here. I found some fish, but I think I'm gonna head on. I wanna hit a couple more spots, and just gonna move around a little bit, and then I'm gonna head out because I know I got clean fish tonight. Hang out with me. I'll catch you on the next hole. Got some bream. Y'all want some worms? I got some worms left. Y'all good? Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. I'll get you a kill card. That's all there is to it. Glad to get out here before the wind. Really.
Well, we really wasn't that bad.
Look here.
Dang, there you go. You got a whopper.
It takes a while to figure them out.
Deep again.
They 15, 16 feet deep.
Yeah, that rope's a little
It's too slick.
slicky. Yeah,
Too slick.
There's plenty of them out there suspended. They wouldn't even fit in the shed.